A normal work schedule and head back to the office. 7 News' Christine Scarpelli is live in Greenville with how to do that safely. Good morning, Christine.
Well, yeah, we've got some ideas. It's certainly not my ideas for sure. We are with Threefold. They're a growth agency here in Greenville. We have the founder and CEO, Tim Joyner, with us. You've been around for several years, like 2 decades at least, and this is just Threefold. So you have obviously given some advice on growing and the marketing side of things and being creative, which is something you have to do as you begin to bring an office back to life as you do this. You have a couple tips. We've talked about culture this morning, making sure to find positives in all of this that's been going on for the past few weeks and bringing those back in as well. But some really applicable things you were just talking about is maybe go find an expert that knows about some health issues.
So I know marketing and growth and advertising and leadership, but I don't know anything about how diseases spread or how a virus spreads, right? And so we consulted an expert, and his advice to us was basically every situation is different, and so you can't just depend on what the governor says and, oh yeah, we're allowed to open, so we should open or not. So he talked about things like how healthy is your team as a general rule. Are they younger? Are they generally healthy people or not? How healthy are your clients? Are they generally healthy or not? And then what kinds of interactions? If I have prolonged interactions, it's different than if I'm just passing you in a hallway. And so the takeaway, I guess, maybe for your audience is every situation is different. But the other big thing that we learned almost the hard way is don't assume that everybody thinks or feels the way you do.
Oh, even as a boss or a CEO.
Yeah, so I was working with an organization recently. The leadership was like full speed ahead, like let's bring everybody back. Nobody's worried about this thing. It'll be fine.
That's what he thought. That's what he or she thought.
Well, several of them, like the whole group, the whole leadership group was unanimous. Like we're ready to go. And I encouraged just to, well, let's send out a survey and let's just make sure. And the results were astonishing. There were a lot of people who were very uncomfortable and had some very different ideas than the leadership. And had we just acted on those assumptions or that gut, we would have really stepped in it. So,
sure, and you would have had some really unhappy, which might turn into coworkers that are no longer.
Yeah.
So employees that are no longer. There you go, guys, a couple tips. Hey, if you want some more, threefold.agency. We've got their website here. Plenty more tips, and I'll put it at WSPA.com so you can see it right there and get to it easily, guys. All right, much more coming up in CW. See you later.
Thank you, Christine.
Carolina Morning's coming right back.